While you're getting ready, we can do Bowie Cam.
Okay. Are we live already?
Yeah. I thought you said make it do.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Make it do. Just wanted to make sure that I had my chat set up and everything. Gotta love Bowie Cam though. Who doesn't like the Bowie Cam? So, while you're enjoying Bowie Cam, I'll let you know that we're gonna try to do something that I don't even think I can pronounce. Something Tiffany quartzite, or just quartz. There's a whole big long word to it, but I got nothing on that. A little bit of love. What a cute name. Chris Roy, Shelly, TG, JJ, Morgan. How are you guys doing? So let me show you. I mean, I'm sure you saw the cover image, but, well, actually, I don't guess that'll work, will it? Let's close that. Oops.
Sounds fancy.
Oops.
So fancy.
More oops. Okay. Tiffany. Quartzite. Yeah, that's it.
It sounds like you're saying like courtside, like tennis courtside.
It's quartzite, but yeah.
Looks like a lot going on.
Well, this is a busy one. This is the one that I'm inspired to do. I've been asked in a few different conversations and groups if I can do a look like this, so that's what we're gonna do. Try to get my everything caught up. The wedding teaser was amazing. Well, thank you so very much. Hope you're all having the bestest of days. So, I have my reference pulled up on another computer. I've got you guys right here. And so let's start mixing colors. You see where the Tiffany comes from, right? It's beautiful.
What resin is that?
This is STONECOAT Art Coat. I don't have a bottle up here, but I went ahead and pre-mixed it so that you guys don't have to wait on me to do that. And so in my reference, it appears that it appears we have a smallish amount of brown needed, a very small amount of like a dark blue. I'm going to be using that song. I'm going to be using chestnut from just Resin for my brown. I'm going to use dark turquoise for my dark aqua areas. I'm going to be using light aquamarine for my Tiffany color. I'm going to be using, I feel like I should have like a taupe in it, but I'm just not going to do that. What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming in and seeing what we're up to today. We are Artists Till Death, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. So then I'm going to do a pearl, like a translucent pearl, and I'm going to need a white, but it's not that much white. So there we go. And to mix up all of my colors, I'm going to be using our handy dandy. Can I say patent pending even though it's basically a thing? Stir sticks. So let's start mixing colors.
These are mousse sticks.
These are the mousse size sticks. It's perfect for little cups like these. I think this is a 2 tablespoon like a medicine cup, but like for the little 3-ounce Dixie cups.
What are those?
Perfect. these moose size stir sticks from ATD. Dadgummit. I put my dark turquoise in my chestnut amount of resin. I only pour out the amount of resin that I'm going to need for the specific color so that I do not waste anything. And the next color I'm going to mix up is chestnut from just Resin. TG. If you enjoy ATD, and we know you do, subscribe. Okay.
Bowie, calm down.
There's literally no one there, Bubs. Chestnut check. Then I'm going to be using light aquamarine for the Tiffany color.
Bye.
Color Obsession. Okay, Bowie. I know it. I should probably heat this up a little bit to kind of liquefy it some, but it'll be fine. It'll still mix in just perfect. Enough, Bubs. Lisa, what are you talking about? I can't. I can hear.
When you say it, I've been working out.
Well, yeah.
So what is that?
This is Pearl Shimmer from Color Passion. Color Passion makes these bomb pastes that basically act as a cell activator, but they're base cell activators because they have to be under other colors to work. I'm not really using it for the cells on this one. It's mostly for the color. Check out that awesome, shimmery, beautiful.
You can't really see it. I think you need to stir it up.
Succulent color. It looks like an actual pearl.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for coming in. We sure would love to see the amount of people in the room match the amount of thumbs up. That would be super duper if we could do that. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out with us on a Monday afternoon. I don't know what Vamp just said. I don't know how she...
She texts you?
Your phone.
Oh, Vamp, if you said something to me, say it to Jeff, because I can't see it. So I'm actually going to only use just a little bit of this pearl and try to build up a translucent color.
See, I wish I could get all that. There's certain stuff that you say that I don't know when you're gonna say it.
Okay, well, I can say it later or I can say it again. That's a little bit too little. I don't even know if you guys can tell.
You can see it.
It looks really cool though. Like, I love that look. And actually I'm gonna put just a little bit more and leave it this translucent, but I want it to kind of white out just a little bit. So I'm being very minimalistic with this pigment. I only added a little bit so that it'll give me that shine, but we'll still be able to see through it. Translucent is the key for depth, period. Okay, what is this? That is going to be white. And I'm using Color Obsessions Snow White.
What is that?
Color Obsessions Snow White is what I'm going to be using for my white.
I thought that was some kind of blue when I picked the whole thing up.
Oh, no. And I am at the end of this jar, so I'm hoping I can get enough of it. This is one of the 100-gram jars. People ask me all the time how long these jars last you or how much is needed. And I've had this jar for probably 8 months. And I, as you guys know, art every day. So it lasts a fair amount of time. I'm just hoping that's enough for me to get an opaque white. If not, I'm gonna have to go get another jar out of the shop. Also, I just got a shipment of Color Passion in today. If you guys haven't gotten some of that awesome stuff, go check out our site. We have a sale going on for the next couple days, a restock sale. So you can get 13% off until end of Wednesday using code RESTOCK, RESTOCK. I think I spelled that right. And that's for 13% off. Thank you, Evelyn, for reminding people to leave thumbs. You're already here watching, so just give me your thumbs. It helps my channel and it doesn't cost you a thing. This is such a great color. I don't even know if you guys can see it for real. Oh, hey, Kim. If anybody has any questions about Color Passion, Kim Gao is in the house and she reps the Color Passion. It's a great color. Perfect for what I'm trying to do. All right, then the dark turquoise. I always scrape my stir stick on the side of the cup as I'm stirring and mixing everything in, just to make sure I don't have any clumps of anything just lingering about. So, just to recap, chestnut.
Those are so nice. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome.
Turquoise.
If you guys are new to the channel, we are Artists Till Death out of Dallas, Texas.
Light aquamarine.
We sell everything you see here
Translucent pearl luster.
on our website, Artists Till Death.
Snow White. What's up, Tressa? How you doing? So we got all of our this. Very excited about all of the this. Also, kind of very nervous. That's okay. Anytime I do something new, I'm like nervous. All right, I'm gonna mix something.
Mike's in the room. Mike Quist, what's up?
Hey, Mike. We are married artists. What? And we're using the brilliant STONECOAT art coat today because we're using a lot of whites. So, therefore, art coat. If you have any questions about art coat or STONECOAT or resin.
Or us being married, there you go. That's, I'm not showing that off, but I'm just showing you just one picture.
What? Oh. Hope you guys saw our wedding teaser video. We put it up and it's amazing. Hey Thornton, if she treats you wrong, I got a warm place for you.
What?
Why are you trying to steal my man's?
What? Who is that?
Mike.
Hey, I will crash in that little tree house y'all made.
The tree house. Okay, so I would show you guys again my reference photo, but it's hard to do with sticky hands. So now that I'm nervous because Mike's in here, I'm gonna try to make this happen. So I'm gonna dust on just a little bit of this Montana spray paint. This is a flat and the color is a mystery. Azul Formentera. I know I said at least half of that wrong. There you go. So when using an aerosol, make sure you're protecting yourself from fumes. Be in a well ventilated area, have fans on, open windows, etc. So I kind of left the base of this kind of sketchy because anytime you can have layers and different tones, you're going to create depth. So most of it is white, but I'm just going to dust on a little bit of this azul color. Evelyn says, no, that's my retirement cottage. We need to make a trip back down there and visit Mike, though, for real. Because we love some Mike Quist.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the STONECOAT resin,
Or anything resin.
or anything resin, or anything making stuff out of nothing from that sits on top of volcano rock, ask Mike Quist about it. He's got you. And Mike, if you have any questions about that airbrush, do not hesitate. We can do a Skype. I mean, I could do in-person classes. That's completely 100% up to you.
We'll make the trip just for you.
You're gonna love that airbrush, buddy. It's amazing.
Did you ever get the stencils we sent you, by the way? Imagine BJ71 said, Mike Quist in the house, guru of everything and great mentor. Mike is absolutely a superb mentor. So, I went ahead and put Milky Way in my clear, and now I'm just going to move it about, because it's going to be a little bit thicker than a skim coat. I want depth, so whatever resin I lay on top of it will have a little bit of a cast shadow because it's sitting off of the base. And this is a piece that I have resined a few times, so it is not leveled on these edges right here, and that's fine. Because it's a sample board, right? Great.
And if y'all just joined in here and saw Clara's post about the moo sticks, what those are they are our pretty tiny little reusable stir sticks. That they come with this piece of paper on them. These are medium sticks. I'll show you the difference between medium and moo. These are perfect for the little cups that y'all use. Little Dixie cups. We do have them. We call them moo because they're for her dog, Cujo. That was her nickname for him. We have them in moo size, small size, medium, large, and extra large. Don't we have trowels?
We have trowel sticks.
We have trowel sticks, large and small.
The Bowie ones too.
Yeah.
So later I'm gonna use my leftover resin to flood this piece we just did. Mike, I think you, since you're doing a whole bunch of pours that are artsy now, could really get into this type of design. It's a little bit retro modern, can I say that? I don't know, but check it out. Artisan Design Concepts is in here too. We just got all the countertoppers. I guess I used a great cover image today. So, I actually do have one. I'm getting set up to do a pour my dining table to upscale it. It's glass. Do you think I should prep the glass so the epoxy has a nice bond? I would definitely prep it. If you can scratch it, scuff it, sand it, I would. And I think XIM has a clear bonding primer if you want to keep your surface clear instead of painting it a solid white or black base. Like, you know, pick one. Got the stencils, felt so bad they sat in our mailbox for weeks, just opened them. Better than Christmas. Well, anything for you.
It's all right. It's all right. As long as you got them.
Travis working on floors. I don't know how you guys are doing that. That is beyond me. Makes me nervous. Okay.
You have so much whatever that is.
I've got hair on my gloves.
Wonder where that came from.
It came from picking that up.
Bowie pants.
When did I touch Bowie with gloves on?
Why does Clara keep saying
I don't know.
artist till death Mike Quist in the house?
Well, I'm super thankful for all of you guys being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Leave me your thumbs. Share a video if you think it's worth sharing.
I don't think I finished what I was saying. I got they're reusable stir sticks. You just pour a little bit of alcohol on a rag and wipe them off. And you can also peel off resin from these if you leave them in resin. Sorry, go ahead.
Cool. So I'm going to take the light aquamarine and just put some directional lines down. It's what it appears to be on my reference. Is Bowie up on a perch?
No, he's not on the floor.
And it's not gonna look amazing in the beginning. Just trust the process. Give me a minute. It's gonna be brilliant. Then I'm gonna run some of my opaque white lines as well. I like to vary it between thick and thinner lines. That just looks most natural to me. Then I'm gonna add some of my pearl, my translucent pearl, and just cover and cross over all of what I just have out there. And I'm actually gonna make a little bit of a translucent white as well, just a milky type of white by mixing a little bit of the white we already have mixed up into the pearl and a little bit more of the clear. So I still want to be able to see through it. So you can see the brown of the stir stick right there. I'm going to also put some of this down. Again, I don't want it to be even. I don't want it to be perfect. Virtually very random. And then there's the browns. So I'm gonna actually do this a little bit with this first, and then we'll work with the browns.
Hi from Ecuador. Welcome from Ecuador. Wow. Welcome, Tim.
I'm gonna heat it just a little bit, and then I'm gonna tilt it.
That already looks kind of fun, like great colors. I love that color.
Light aquamarine is a winner every time. And so the great thing about the STONECOAT epoxy and the pigments that we use is the different weights and viscosity and other big words. So what happens is when you lay down the ribbons of color, they're gonna sink kind of quickly, but they're gonna have a little bit that stay on top side. So when you tilt it, or if it just shifts because everything is not level, then you have this great overlap if you're using transparent colors. I'll have Jeff get you guys in closer. You can really see the shadows under these lines, under these veins. Can you bring them down?
Yeah.
I think you would love this color, Stacey. I'm actually surprised you don't have it already. So you can see the shadow, and that's because of using transparents, having a little bit of a darker base, and then having a little bit of a thicker blood, grease, or skim layer, so that all the color added after the clear is just layered up, and when you tilt it after some of the colors sink, you got all this great depth with just one layer, right? So now I've got to figure out if I want to take this to the next step or leave it how it looks already good. It doesn't even really look like my reference without the brown though, so I would have assumed you had every aqua that I have for sure. Imagine BJ7, are you talking about when I mix plaster and epoxy? Okay. What do you think, B? Next step?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are patches of brown.
I figured, if I can just say one thing, I figured they did that. I mean, you could make that. You know how Rhonda does that thing where she like chick, chick, chick. But maybe that's gonna have to be like after like an hour or so.
Yeah, you would have to do that after a while.
To get those straight thin lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeff's talking about when Rhonda wakes up the epoxy after a while.
Just chick, chick, chick. do it like
by stick
different,
chopping.
yeah, different angles because those lines are really straight.
Clara, I know I'm super behind in comments. Yeah, so my reference.
Judy said brown. I love as that is. Well, there's brown in the particular reference that she's doing.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of a darker green as well. And I do think that the brown will probably brighten up.
What is that? Where did you find that at?
If you just search
can...
Tiffany quartzite or Tiffany quartz. Thank you. We'll be coming back to the States in October to learn how to work with epoxy. Oh, awesome. Maybe we'll set up a class in October then, Tim. Okay, so I'm going to add just a couple of lines of this dark turquoise. Just in a couple of areas.
Yeah, this is like, you guys can see that. Let me see. Let me see if I can lower the.
Makes my heart happy to have all of you.
That's
guys
a
here.
little. This is a little darker than what she's gonna do. As you can see, there's a lot of brown in these.
Just adding a little bit, just for depth. Well, thank you, Imagine BJ7. 1. Okay. Now, where's my this? Okay. I think I'm going to try to add a little bit of brown to that translucent white that we did, just to see if it makes a color that I can use. Because there's a little bit of a translucent brown in my reference. Yeah, you could fog the brown first, for sure. But I didn't know if I wanted that much brown represented. So I'm just gonna try to do this down here, see if I like it, and if not, it's in an area that I could just scrape off anyways. And up here.
Sorry if there's a lot of movement. I'm trying to get this GoPro off of this stand so we can.
Okay, buddy.
Sorry about that.
So I'm just kind of running my hand over that brown in a couple of areas, just to go ahead and kind of pre-tie in some of this color. And if I don't like it, I will scrape it off. It's something that people don't think about being able to do, is just, if it doesn't look good, just scrape it off. Totally okay. And I am still gonna tilt this and move some things around, so.
Thank you, all 70 of you being in here. Or 67 now.
So yeah, I am gonna tilt this around and kind of tie it in better, make it flow with the piece a little better. Right now I'm just putting down color. Okay. So now I'm gonna do actual, Rhonda would love this piece, she would. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to run some brown. No, I'm not.
Hello, Jason Adair.
I'm going to, thanks you guys. I appreciate it. I'm I'm gonna make all the colors that I have down right now play together. Shift them a bit, make them all kind of flowing into the same direction. When you tilt, you kind of force them into the same flow. Because even though I added this brown way after the fact, tilting makes it incorporate into the flow of the piece where it maybe otherwise wouldn't. So now that the dark turquoise has had a chance to sink and shift, so that's why it looks like this, because the transparent that I had rolled over the sinking dark turquoise, so it was here, and I pushed or tilted the clear over, so that's why it looks like that. A little bit ribbony. Okay. So, I'm scared. I'm gonna put a little bit more. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm gonna put a couple more white lines down. And then I'm going to get in there with the brown. Okay. I'm not gonna ruin it. It's gonna be amazing. Yep. Okay.
It almost looks like the way that is, it's like a big chunk and then it just kind of goes off from there.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's such a weird.
It's very loose, inspired by that.
Yeah.
I just want flow. Okay. So now let's do some dark brown lines. I'm not gonna do any thick brown lines probably, but we'll see how it goes. Some of these lines don't run all the way through. So I'm gonna double back on them like that and then use my nail to kind of trail the tip of the line out so that there's not a bulb where I doubled back. So like right there, there's kind of a pointy end. So I'm just gonna use my finger to trail that into my design. It just looks like in some areas that it was like this and then kind of done like that. That actually looks a lot like what I'm looking at. I don't want to add too much brown. I don't want it to take away from what we have going on.
This is a piece that has already been covered with resin. She just painted over it.
Yeah. Okay. So that translucent brown that we kind of tied in after the fact looks okay with how we applied it. Ideally, if I were to do this again, if this was a big gig, I would do the Milky Way and then the translucent brown and then built it the way we did the rest of it. Okay, so now let's tilt it again.
What is MDF, please?
So the tilt is going to stretch our lines. So the brown is going to stretch just like all the other colors do.
MDF is a type of wood.
That actually looks really nice. I'm tilting it back, but I don't want to cover those dark chocolate rich lines.
Thank you, Mama.
Your mom's in there?
No, that was that person's name, Mama. Something.
MoMA, like the museum?
M-A.
Oh.
M-A.
So I'm just gonna put these edges because I know that Rhonda and Kenny are gonna watch, and then I'll get a lecture. About my edges. So we want to do one final pan over before I take it to the DFZ.
As in, who's your mama?
Make sure I have something in there.
Yeah, so it is kind of a wood. It's just a bunch of little chunks of wood that are smashed together.
Does that make it a particle board?
Pretty much. A way better than particle board. Like, look at that. Like, just heating it up and tilting it, y'all. That's what gives it that, like, it's down in there, you know? Like, it's just, you could cut a layer off and it would still be the same, but maybe moved a little bit. Like, that's great.
Medium density fiberboard. Yeah.
There's Bowie. 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 Bowie.
All right.
All right, she's taking it off to the DFZ, which is the dust-free zone.
All right, now I'm just gonna flood this piece because it told you I was gonna. If I have enough resin left, we'll find out.
How do you get that look on installed countertops?
Um,
You can do it with the heat it up a little bit and use a hairdryer, maybe.
I wouldn't use a hairdryer.
Oh, no?
It's gonna push too much and you're gonna get a ripple. You're not gonna get that soft
Flow.
flow.
Yeah, well, if you can't make it look like that, don't make your sample look like that. If you can't actually tilt the countertop,
So
so
if you're doing a pour in
just don't
place,
listen to me.
So if you're doing a pour in place, almost 1,000%, it's not going to be exactly level. I have yet to do one, and that's all we do is pour in places. I've yet to have one that was exactly level and did not shift at all. And if you're fabricating it, then get a team together and tilt it. I think actually STONECOAT has a tilt table, actually. Evelyn, I don't know if I'm gonna chop it because it's not enough. Girl cat, thank you. It's not enough, something.
That one thing, something.
It's not metallic enough. I only used one shimmer paste, and that's the pearl, and I made it translucent, other than the chocolate. So, it's just not gonna, it's not gonna work. You really need to have a lot of metallic particles to chop it and bring back up those particles. Flats and non-shimmers, non-metallics, they're just not gonna do that because of the nature of the particles that are floating to make it a luster or a shimmer. You know what I mean?
Nah, I mean.
Jelly beans. So this resin's been sitting for maybe 40 minutes. So while Art Coat has a very long working time, we worked it up to 3 hours before. Its usual working time for us has been 2 hours.
What gold did you use for the triangle?
I used gold leaf.
By Speedball.
Yeah, Speedball. So right now the test on this one is to see if the adhesive that we used is going to react with
Oh yeah, we
the
used
resin because it's an oil-based
a new adhesive. So we shall see.
I want to do this test on the little one before we take it to the bigger one. That would be a whole lot more resin wasted. And I made the perfect amount of resin. Alright, I think I got all the low spots. So let's hit it with some heat and see if it does anything. I don't think it's gonna. I feel like it would have by now, but let's see.
Watch it just perfectly separate from the triangle.
That,
that would be so amazing.
So even if I like move it away from it, it's still filling back in. So essentially the gold leaf sealed in anything that may have, I just scraped it right here to see if it would split and stay split. And it's good. So that is a good adhesive to pull long lines.
Well, it's good. It's good to pull long lines, and it's good to do a lot at once because it takes from an hour to 3 hours to dry. So you can do a lot of work with that. I haven't tried, but I think that you can actually put a little tint of something just so that you could see where you've put it down because it's super clear when you put it down. It will be a little shiny, so if you want to look at it through an angle. Oh, there's how you can see our reusable stir sticks.
Ready to go for tomorrow.
So, and just FYI, this brown is paper. It's just like the coasters that we sell. But with the coasters, you just take one side off first, pour on it, let it dry, and then peel off the back. These, you can take off both with the stir sticks. Rhonda?
Delilah loves doggies.
Or by Emma.
Well, Rhonda.
I don't see Rhonda. Oh, there she is.
Have an awesome time. Mike was in here a second ago. Check out my Tiffany quartz later.
The bottle with the lady on it, question mark.
That is not.
It's Speedball. It's Speedball.
The bottle with the lady.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic paintings. Being an artist, you should know that, babe.
I know who it is, where it is.
Look at the camera, not me. It's just,
well,
it's so funny.
I'm not telling them that I know. I'm telling you that I know. Very much the bottle with the lady on it. So now we know that that adhesive is good to go for using under resin. Boop. All right.
Boop.
Super pumped with both pieces today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something or were inspired in some way to create something amazing of your own, because that's what we're here for. All of the stuff that we used today, the pigments, the stir sticks, the cradle boards, the resin, all of it can be found on our website, artisttilldeath.com. That's with 2 T's and 2 L's.
The adhesive is called DUX. Quick Dry Gilding Size.
This is what we used for this piece. You can use the bottle with the lady on it, which is by Speedball, Mona Lisa. I have a bottle of it somewhere, but no. Loving it.
Meh.
I'm gonna take this to
Dux on Amazon. Yeah, that's where I got it, on Amazon. Yep. Yep. Cleaning up the area a little bit. We're gonna start painting. You guys look at this big canvas I have to paint. Lordy, Miss Lordy.
I was gonna give some of that, but
4 foot by 4 foot.
so you guys, if you have any questions, we're happy to answer them. Otherwise, come back tomorrow for our 2 p.m. Tuesday lesson on something that I have no idea what I'm going to do yet.
No Name says, where can I get some STONECOAT epoxy in Europe?
Where in Europe? Shoot me an email.
Can I do this on glass?
You can. I would definitely prep the glass first so that the resin doesn't delaminate or peel up off of it. You can use XIM has a clear bonding primer, and you can use that.
Can we ship resin to Europe?
I don't ship resin to Europe, mainly because it's going to be expensive for the buyer, and there's so many regulations to get epoxy into other countries. That may not be the case with, like, I know that in Perth, Color Obsession sells STONECOAT, and she may be able to ship it into other countries because she's in a different country. So there's that option, if that's an option. But other than the resin, we do ship worldwide. So all the pigments, the cradle boards, literally everything but epoxy I can ship worldwide.
Sorry for the shaking. I'm just trying to put this little...
The import fees due customs and the weight are so high I'd have to sell like exactly. I know Eli Kim is out of the UK and they have some pretty good epoxy. But yeah. So if there's nothing else I can answer for you guys, feel free to shoot me an email. That's thornton@artisttilldeath to ask me questions that I haven't covered here if I missed something. And Delilah, yes, it can be done on glass. I would just make sure you prep it first really, really well. And like I said, you can prep by scuffing it and sanding it, and or using
Bonding
a
primer.
clear bonding primer. If you want to see through it. If not, use an opaque bonding primer.
Or just pour resin on it.
It could delaminate depending on conditions.
There's an artist, there's an Asian artist that does that. He gets like 10-foot sheets of it, and he pours resin down. He just does crazy stuff, and then covers it in white, and then takes a blade and cuts it, peels it off of whatever he does, and then that's whatever's underneath is what his art is.
That sounds rad. I'm sorry, Jessica. Let me reach out to Mitch and the team at STONECOAT. They may have someone carrying it in the UK. I don't know. Yeah, prep is definitely key, just like Claire said. So,
Speak to me.
Bowie is on one.
Oh boy, he's on one.
You be extra?
He is just extra right now.
So yeah, thank you guys for everything. Check out our shop. Use code RESTOCK RESTOCK for 13% off until Wednesday. We just got a new shipment in from a couple of companies. Waiting on more, and if you're signed up for our newsletter or our website, then we send out an email every time we have a sale. I know. Or every time we have a restock. Coincidentally, is usually the same day. and so you can be first to know. Anyways, thank you guys for everything. Thanks for watching. Delilah, you can get a bonding primer from any hardware store. I don't know what's in your area.
Or Amazon.
I know you can get the white and the black XIM from Rhonda at rk3designs.com. She carries it. She does same day shipping if you order before noon. The clear XIM, I would have to search. I have never bought it, but I know that the regular XIM, the opaque ones, are the best bonding primer that I've used so far. Anyways, y'all have an awesome evening. Be kind to one another because you never know what someone's going through.
And always remember, we do the test.
So you don't have to. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
I said bye.